All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator, 54, right, 54. Man, that's go.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
Here's Tannehill. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And fights through one man. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tighten up. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Now.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They run with Connor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here we go. 8, read. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run here with Connor. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch gears. 61, matchbox light. Let's go.
Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Conner, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Deep grip.
Tannehill on first down. Finds his running back, James Conner. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
54. Too little, Cupcake. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. 64. Weak. They go.
Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Double dog. That's the way. Ready.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Get it.
2nd and 6. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Check 24. Hey, seam 6. Ready? Now.
They'll set up to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
I'm coming. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 4-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the carry, it's Samuels. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. Mike 52. Check Mike.
Hard. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Colts.
Got it.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 greater.
That's what I
Spot.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 84 yards. as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw is Tannehill. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set 30 base. Blue down. Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. 10 Lobos. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
Tannehill now to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Who that? Check nickel. Alert flare.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So that one will be accepted. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point try by Bailey. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14, Steelers 6. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Watch the ad.
The drive will start with Connor. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's the way to hit.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, Tannehill. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now a draw play. This is Conner. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Target.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll find Taylor. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Watch the pass.
Look at me. Zipper.
52. Right. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
At the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
He'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Taylor. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Colts 21, Steelers 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Move back.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Washington's got it. Pushing tacklers aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass.
On the counter, it's Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Less than a yard.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, eat. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Yo, Jack, hit it.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Rush in. 22-jet bomber. Big rip.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 1st touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Ready?
Give me something. Give me something.
He pitches it out, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Get it.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Take 4, take 4.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watching you grind. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here's Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
On the set.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go.
Now.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
They run the counter. Taylor. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 28, Steelers 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tannehill. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st down, Taylor. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just...
On the draw, Connor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready?
Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's Taylor. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
You got it, son.
They run the counter. It's Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down.
On the ready.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, Pete. Shit.
Look at me. Go.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off around the 37. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.